we got massive breaking news while you're on the air. You got 5 more minutes to hang with us?
Yeah, what do you got?
OU's named its general manager.
Oh, can I guess?
Go ahead.
I have not seen this. I hate to say it because if –
Okay, well, I'll tell you.
Is it Jim Nagy?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I had heard that rumor going around the other day. Buddy, that is massive for OU.
Okay, and this – I'm not and I never will be a reporter. But I was told over the weekend that he had been offered the job. And I was asked what I thought about him and just – it had already been offered. It's not like someone said they vetted me. They're trying to vet him through me. But they were asking my opinion. I was told that he'd been offered the job, and they were asking my opinion about what I thought about it. I know there was a couple other names that were involved that we had talked about too, but I said home run. I said home run. Jim Nagy, by the way, for people that don't know that name, he has most recently been the executive director of the Senior Bowl. Nagy was in the NFL, I think I was told 17 years. I don't have his Wikipedia or anything.
Here, I'll pull it up right now while you're doing this.
But he is big time. This is massive. I was actually, it's so funny you said that. Before I depart, I was going to say, don't be surprised if by next week when we talk, there's a new general manager and everybody's going to be pumped. That was going to be like my parting shot. So this happened. I've been waiting for this to. I just, it was up to him. The ball is in his court. Was he to accept it or not? He had a great gig with the Senior Bowl. I think whenever I'm sure there'll be a press conference. I'm sure he's gonna talk. I think people are gonna be blown away with just he is very good with the mic, super smart, excellent player evaluator. We've dealt with him a lot at SiriusXM, and he comes on the station a lot on College Sports Radio. Just super sharp. I think he's done an awesome job growing the Senior Bowl. Under his watch, they've expanded it to more than just seniors, but underclassmen as well. I think he's done an excellent job of getting even more high-quality players involved in the game. And so I think this is huge. Balancing a checkbook, if you will. I can't speak to that, but I think player evaluation, I think just a true professional, a big name. I think Oklahoma, they swung big and they hit. I think this is an excellent, excellent hire for Oklahoma, and it's become one of the key and more important hires that these college, these major college programs have. So this was a big piece, and I know there were some other very worthy candidates, but I think Oklahoma, again, they took a big swing and they hit it out of the park with this hire, in my opinion.
Yeah, and you know what? I understand that we're still kind of learning about the GM's role in college football and everything that entails. But this is just – I don't know if you could tell whenever Dusty guessed it when I saw it. By the way, shout out Andrew Shepard had texted me because I was just sitting here rolling through the text line. I don't know of all the general manager hires that have been made. Mike Lombardi is going to be interesting at North Carolina. But the unique spot that Jim Nagy has been in both doing the Senior Bowl and the NFL and having that tie to the college ranks. Yeah. This is the most home run hire I think we've seen of all the general managers that have been hired so far with any pro experience.
He 18 years as a scout, so almost 2 decades evaluating players in the NFL. He was been with the Seahawks. He's been a member of 6 different teams that were in Super Bowls and 4 winners, including the Packers, Patriots twice, and the Seattle Seahawks. Most recently, as I mentioned, the executive director of the Senior Bowl, which he did an outstanding job in that role, and I think he's going to do an outstanding job in this role as well. I'm so glad that this finally became official. I've just been kind of quietly keeping my mouth shut, crossing my fingers, hoping that this was going to come to fruition, and I'm glad that it comes out. I haven't seen. Is this? It's official, right?
You released it. No, no one had any inkling that this was the guy. I saw it nowhere.
Yep. I had not heard that until over the weekend, but I was definitely that have been mentioned to me. So this is it's big, man. It really is. Like I just say this. It's been a really good offseason. It was a bad year for Oklahoma football.
Sure.
There's really no other way to slice it. You go 6-7 in Oklahoma, it's a bad year. We could say what didn't happen, what should have happened, but it is what it is. You go 6-7, and there's a tough schedule in front of you next year. But to go get Ben Arbuckle, to bring in John Mateer, I know that Jim Knowles is the name that everybody wanted, but Brent Venables, I think you'll take him all day, every day as your defensive coordinator. And now to grab Jim Nagy, man, it's big. It's really big. So I'm fired up and excited, man. I think that I'm not saying that there's not a bigger or better name out there that you could have gone and gotten, but this is going to grab a lot of attention. This will be a big story here over the next 24 hours. But obviously, it's about what you do in this role, right? Mm-hmm. Evaluating the right talent, being able to distribute the money the right way throughout the course of a team on a roster. But I'm confident. I'm confident that they made a really good hire. So I'm pumped, man. As disappointing as the season was last year, it sure feels like they've hit on some really key hires. So good on Oklahoma, all the people involved in this hire. I know that I was told the vetting process, the interview process was very stringent. They really were looking for people with extensive NFL background, and I think of the names that I heard, they got the pick of the litter. So big time.
Love it. All right, buddy. Thanks, Dusty. Appreciate you as always, man. Awesome
Absolutely.
Stuff.
Thank you. Yep.
What timing, Josh? We got a break in the show. Right when Dusty was on, we learned that Jim Nagy is the new GM of the Oklahoma Sooners. That's my guy. That's my guy, Josh. I have one of my dudes running the show as a general manager for Oklahoma. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, it's big time.
Now, I'm very mad that there was no, heads up given. Jim, that's fine. I get it. Got to work in secrecy. And I think he talks a lot. He's on regularly with us on XM, so he's obviously talks daily with Dusty and Danny. Oh, my gosh. Bro, let's go. Dusty hit it on the head. Feel how you want, and I know that there's doomers out there that are like, don't matter. That's fine. But for those of you that have been upset with hires in the past, these last two, and I would even go as far as saying 3 or 4, because I'm one of those that I really like how Brent is handling what it looks like the defense is going to look like, right? When you bring in a guy you're very familiar with that was a DC at a Power 4 school, a young up-and-comer as your linebackers coach, and then you're going to call the defense. You add in Ben Arbuckle coming in as a kind of a young, well-thought-of offensive coordinator. He's got an experienced, ear to lean on if he needs it, not just with the staff, but also with Kevin Wilson. And now for a role that I think in a lot of ways the general manager in college football is still being defined and fine-tuned and things of that nature, Josh, I don't know about you, I can't say enough about how much of a home run from the outside this appears to be.
No doubt. This is what we sat here and discussed Oklahoma trying to track down when we started thinking about, hey, who would be a good fit for this general manager position for Oklahoma. And Jim Nagy's background, that's it. That's what you're looking for. Slam dunk, grand slam, home run, somebody that has been a part of NFL front offices and understands how to structure a winner, was with the Seahawks, the Chiefs, the Patriots, the Washington Redskins. Over his 18 years in NFL front offices, Blank, teams went to 6 Super Bowls, and they won 4 of them. So he knows how to exist in this type of world that college football is moving to. And, oh, by the way, obviously the Senior Bowl connection, Plank, that's had him right at the forefront recently of evaluating college draft talent. So I can't imagine a name that you could throw at us that would have been better than this one.
Yeah. And, I mean, think about this. The Oklahoma general manager was interviewed and considered a finalist for the New York Jets general manager job. Now, I'm not trying to hold the Jets up as some sort of pillar, but all right, we got to break because we're way late. But with news like this, obviously everything takes a back seat. So thanks to Dusty and great perspective on the new general manager of the Oklahoma Sooners, the Senior Bowl director, longtime college scout, Jim Nagy. Quick break. It's a Plank Show right here on the Ref.